Hey divas, Ingrid Anna here, take 2 on my video. I couldn't get through the security doors of school. I just dropped my sister off. This is Ingrid Anna. There's some new people here who probably don't know who I am. And I just wanted to make something clear. Some people get a little triggered, which is just perfect. Hey Al, about the use of the word diva. So what do I mean by diva? Diva in the realm of higher level, yummy, juicy priestess consciousness, in the realm of Ingrid Anna and everything that I stand for. Hey, gorgeous ones. Hey, Andrea, I thought about you a lot yesterday. I'm going to reach out. You were coming up strong. Means to own and embrace and unleash and express your holy, divine divinity. I taught a 5.5-hour class yesterday in my Diva Mind. So Diva Mind stands for the divine sacred mind. It's my mastermind. I don't want to call it a mastermind. I love the word mastery, but it's quite masculine. So I came up with my own words. So if you get to know me better, I come up with all sorts of acronyms, and I wrote a book years ago called Body Love Diet. It was actually a manifesting healing book talking about shape-shifting your cellular reality, your physical reality, your energetic reality. Diet standing for daily intuitive energy transformation. So words are like wands, aren't they? And through our own projection and story around them, people will respond differently. And I could have spelt the word diva, as in the holy divine goddess, as D-E-V-A. But a lot of people probably wouldn't have understood that either. So I made it diva, and I just made up a new vibrational set point for it, right? Hey, Suzanne. Hey, everyone. So I taught a 5.5 I can't even talk, sorry, I'm on my moon time. 5.5-hour class yesterday. I just channeled and went into this vortex and did very deep dive strategy, healing work, lots of different stuff that we went through. And actually, you know, people came back from my Diva Mind saying, oh my God, this is what this huge breakthrough that I had, and this and this and that. And I'm like, I actually forgot what it actually said. I'm like, okay, I covered that. I literally sat there from 10:30 in the morning until 2:50 p.m. And considering I'm on my moon time, I felt fabulous. I just went into this really big energetic space that I always asked to be guided and held and loved. And I wanted to just talk to you about something really important today. Someone reached out to me in one of my programs. Yes, almost 5 hours. And I feel fabulous, by the way. And I really do usually suffer quite a lot from my moon time. So a bit bloated, a bit swollen. I still worked out today. Had my cute trainer, Brandon, training me. And I just got a little bit more gentle. But I wanted to talk about something really important. And that's the title of this video. And that is around flying. I was joking about it, training, doing all my funny moves. And I was just saying, to fly your fierce freak flag, or whatever, own and fly your fierce freak flag free, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like really owning your fierceness. And this woman reached out to me. As you can see, I'm struggling with the words because it's really hard to say, and we were cracking up when I was training. And this woman reached out and she was like, Ingrid, oh my God, I'm finding it hard to move through the content, and I'm just sort of all this stuff. And I adore this woman, and she's amazing. And she's got like 4 kids, and she lives on a property, and there's some stuff, you know, that she really needs to get through. Anyway, she's literally sitting on the edge. She's set up her free group. She's starting to do all this stuff, and she's just on the edge. And sometimes when you're on the edge, you want to give up, right? And I said to her, you know, can I be honest with you? Can I share what I really want to say and what I really feel? Are you ready to hear it? And she said yes. And so, you know, usually I am quite fierce with people. And then, you know, you've got to be mindful around, you know, for me, it comes from a sense of love and being honest with people and not bullshitting people, because I'm here for Femme Ascension. I'm not here to bullshit you, and I'm not here to play safe, and I'm not here for everybody to like me and to sort of be all mushy all the time. You know, I'll get down on my hands and knees and pray for my students and clients. I'm cultivating and wielding magic. I'm sending love and juju energy and reaching out to my private clients all the time. I fucking go for gold. And part of going for fucking gold and helping people rise is just to be fucking honest and to have the kahunas and the ovarian power to actually be true and actually say what needs to be said. And through that, people ascend. Very few people run away. Some people will run away, but most don't, because they get it. And they get that at the heart of it is this fierce divine love. Anyway, so she gave me permission. So sometimes you've got to be mindful because you don't know where people are at, and your tonation in the way that you deliver your words, you have to be mindful. Like a woman yesterday in class had I could see the childhood wounding coming up, and I was just like, okay, let's have a heart to heart. And the way I deliver that message will shift and change in accordance to the person's vibration. I've had one client telling me something about her, like she's really talented. She's like did about 30 or 40 grand really fast working with me. And then she went through this kind of thing, and I will go fierce to the point where I get so fierce I'll cry. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not in service doing this. All this story, it's not in service. Get on your calls, ground your energy, and own it so that you can actually be of service. Anyway, another story. So she gives me permission, and hey Sarah, hey Rena, and I just say to her, you know, this is what I have observed. And what I observe is, and the reason I could observe it is, hey gorgeous, I used to be this person, right? No judgment, but you are absolutely sabotaging yourself right now. I said, from everything that I've seen of you, you're always there fixing everyone's problems. You're constantly doubting yourself. You're kind of confused. And there's all these family dramas, like your extended family, not your 4 children, not so much your husband, but all these people that you're out taking care of. Like she came on a video in this group, my Rich Diva group, telling this story. Hey, Linda, about, her cousin cheating and his ex-wife and all this stuff. And I'm like, absolutely fuck no. Why are you playing the fixer? Why are you dissipating and separating your energy, taking care of everybody else's shit? If you are in a financial situation where you've really got to rise up right now, that shit has got to go. You have to be like a laser beam. My 4 kids, take care of them. My partner, myself, to nourish myself, and everybody else is on their soul path, and you really cannot be available to them, because you know what happens? When you're available to everybody else's drama and you've got some ego, like care, warped idea that you need to be at everyone's beck and call, that you need to help them, what happens is you don't help yourself. And you are here to lead. You are here to rise up. You are here actually to serve thousands, right? That's your spiritual divine path. And most people who come to work with me are here to serve thousands. You cannot be the fixer-upper person, and it is an ego thing. It's like how do I say this? Like, you think you're being good, you think you're being the caring woman, but what you're actually doing is thinking that in some way that it's up to you to do that in some way it's like a penance. It's all warped, right? It's warped. I was that woman. Let me fix up my relationship with my mother. Let me fix up everything for my sister. Let me make it okay with my father. Let me make it okay for all my girlfriends and talk to them about their dramas with their husbands. And then I'll have time for me. If I make everything okay in my family relationships, then I have permission for something for me. And what tends to happen is, because you cannot control other relationships, right? And I used to give and give and give, and it just would backfire, really, at the end of the day. Everyone is on their soul journey, and I'd had nothing left for me, right? So especially at the beginning of your career and where you're really wanting to change things, right? You have to be like, okay, opt-in, Facebook ad, I've got to learn this, I've got to master this, I've got to get my offers done, I've got to do video, I've got my hooks, I've got to get my show on the road. It requires deep divine self-love for self. You let everyone take care of their own shit. Apart from the people that you're serving, serve, sell, work with your clients, spend the time where you're working with people who've spent the money, they've actually committed to themselves, and that's where you pour your love and attention into. And also the people that, you know, your immediate family, that, you know, if you've got young children, things like that. As for, say, my partner, I love my partner, and I give to him when he needs it, but he's a grown-ass man. I'm not here to constantly model coddle him either, and I'm a grown-ass woman. So I stand in my own sovereignty. My partner stands in his sovereignty. If he needs me, we have, you know, we talk and whatever. My husband goes and gets help if he needs external help. And I'm not there as everyone's caretaker anymore. And you know what? It feels fucking fabulous. I actually have energy. You know, years ago, I had severe adrenal burnout. I woke up in New York City one day and, you know, it was just always like, overwork, care for everybody else, give, and I couldn't get out of bed. I literally was living in a 500 square foot apartment in New York City, running my clothing line, Body Love, and I literally could not, like, almost get up. I was like crawling to go to the toilet, and that's when I realized I had really severe adrenal fatigue. I went to an endocrinologist. I was on T3, T4 for years. And I understand what that is about. That is about unresolved chronic fear, trauma, grief that builds up in the system. The overgiving, the overworking. I had chronic fear, chronic unresolved trauma and family bullshit. And I kept carrying it. And the thing is about this is we don't even realize we're doing it, because if we've been conditioned usually from early childhood, we think that's just the way that it is. Hey, Adora, that's just how we live. And I want to invite you into a new realm of, when I put up that post today about, you know, whenever you get really drained by your work, especially if you're a shaman, healer, mystic, business coach, and you're there and you really care for people, you deeply care, and you get really dragged down by the work, I'll tell you, on some level you're carrying. And that's not your job, that's not your role. You're here to lead, you're here to encourage people to rise up, right? And so you don't need to carry. It's a false premise. You don't. And whenever you do, you need to look at yourself, because no one's doing it to you. There's a belief within you that you feel that in order to get value or to receive love, that you must carry, right? So perfect. I'm in the middle of a new energetic boundary about what I give. Yes, no more subjugation, no more crucifixion. This is about a resurrection. So, say someone buys a 10 grand package to work with me for whatever amount of hours, right? I've got this beautiful woman in the States. It's like, these are the hours that you get. She's got other stuff going on in her life. She's, going through a divorce. She's got a child with autism, and I did an intensive session. I told her to go away and do her work, and then we're messaging each other a little bit, and she's not expecting me to fix it for her. Like, I give her love, I give her a little bit of guidance, my advice, and she's like, I'll come back to you when I'm all ready. And like, there's no kind of, what's the word? There's this feeling of lightness. That's the feeling that I want you to feel into. It's light, it's free, it's yummy. Everyone's taking responsibility. When you tell them to do something or they go away and do it. That's how it should be, right? And so in order to attract that, you've got to claim that for yourself. So I want you to go away today, and I call them your boundaries, or not even your boundaries, guidelines, even is better. Boundaries, almost like you're going into a bit of a protective stance. So you want to write it down and get really crystal clear about how you want it to feel when you're working with your clients. How do you want to feel? If you're going to have, 500 students, 300 students, 20 private clients, whatever it is that you're desiring right now, how do you want it to feel? And what are you doing, and what are they paying for, and what are you not doing? So where is your obligation, and where are you not, where do you just not want to, so how do I say this? What do you want to do, and then what are you not going to do, right? So for me, I used to write a lot of copy, and I'll usually get on with some clients and do that, or I did a bit yesterday in classes and tweak people's pictures and offers and names and things, but I won't sit there for like an hour and rewrite someone's copy. So when I'm actually doing a call or going to work with anyone, I don't do much private work anymore, but I'm like, this is what I do and this is what I don't do. I'm completely transparent, so that when someone comes to buy from me, they know exactly what they're getting, yeah, you've just got to be really clear. And then when you're really clear, people can make a choice about what to pay for, what to buy, what to say yes to and what to say no to. And there's no crossed lines. And the only way you don't have crossed lines is to really, really know how you want to work, what you actually do, what you don't do. Like, and when I used to sell these higher end sort of private programs or whatnot, even within my mastermind, I'll say, okay, this is what you get. And if you, for some reason, there's something that comes up, like a massive trauma, like sexual abuse that you've, like, say, kind of denied or not really looked at, and it comes up to be healed, we offer you X amount of private sessions. We've got weekly healing within the group. And but if you need even more than that, then what we just would like you to do is take that responsibility to get further. And we can give you referrals, trauma release work, but that's on them to get, we're not everything. We go the extra mile, but then the client also has to have enough responsibility to know when they need additional support. I hope I've made my point. So, also going back to that one client, which was she's got to at this point become like really fierce in standing up for herself rather than backing everybody else. It's about backing yourself and being, no, I am doing this. I am building it. I am aligning. And really within 24 hours, within even a moment, you can shift your entire vibration around what you're going to allow into your life. You have to make a vow and say, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this to myself anymore, because that's what you're doing. You're doing it to yourself. You're allowing whatever you don't want into your field. Whenever anything's shitty in my life, I could blame a million different people if I really wanted to. It's not going to get me very far, because in some way I'm condoning it, and I'm a vibrational match to that reality. So that's what I wanted to say. At some point, you've got to be like fierce and be like, fierce. I fiercely love myself. I fiercely stand in my power. I fiercely hold myself in sacred honoring and divinity, and I am building the most divine, holy, sacred business that serves from the overflow. And I am now attracting incredible clients who are willing to pay me the big bucks, who say, when are you going to send me the invoice, who pay on time, who commit and do the work, and it feels lush and it feels lit up. And I'm attracting soulmate clients that feel like sisters. That's how my clients feel. And that is not a fluke. That is a divine call. That is an invocation. I have energetically called that in, because I've had everything else. And that was a reflection of my wounding. Do you see what I'm saying? When you don't have enough money and income, that's a reflection of something that it's not blame and shame, but it's a reflection of where your set point is at. And you can change it in a moment, because you're the fucking creatrix. Remember, you have the ability to shape, shift, and transmute anything at any moment. Right? But you've got to have the awareness, and you do have to take responsibility, right? And go, okay, this is on me, and now I'm going to recreate it right now. Okay? Amen, amen, amen. You have fully asked for it. You are letting us hear it daily. Yes, I have. We're all creatrixes, right? We're all creators. We create the shit stuff. We create the gold. We create the ecstasy. We create the pain, the suffering. Usually it's been created sometimes by others in our childhood, past life karma comes through, but we do have the ability to transmute it as a golden lesson, as a gift, as a teaching, so that we can ensure that we don't perpetuate and recreate, because that's often what we're doing, recreating past trauma and over and over and over again. Okay, divas. It is a mantra, right? So just constantly just go and write down your new guidelines. Let your clients or potential clients know. And anything that is not in alignment with that, I will friggin' tell you, yes, Michelle, it will fall away. It will fall away. And when it falls away, don't see it as a loss. See it as a fucking gift. Be like, bless you. And don't have animosity or whatever to someone. Just be like, I send you love. I release. And now I'm welcoming in something so much better, something so much more loving, something so much more sacred as I rise into a new level of consciousness. The one thing that I'll just wrap up wrap up with saying, which I feel is very important for me to share, and I shared this yesterday with my Diva Mind women. Please don't say I am healing. Don't say I am healing. That's also a false premise. It's something. This has helped me deeply. This is something that's my truth, right? And you can just choose to take it on or not. What's helped me deeply is to say to myself always, I am healed and I am whole. I am healed and I'm whole. And that doesn't mean that I'm not constantly ascending and releasing the cords and the chains and the bonds and the obligations and the restrictions and the shame and my rage and my grief every single day. But I am not broken and I do not need to do healing. I am healed and I am constantly transforming and ascending into higher realms of divine and holy consciousness. But you don't need healing. Transformation is another thing. Ascension is another thing. Raising the frequency is another thing. But to start with, I'm always healing. It's the premise that something is wrong or not right. I mean, it's how you look at it, how you look at the word, how you feel into the word. But to have that deep sense of love and honoring for all our woundedness, because we all have wounds, and in that knowing that you're the holy divine, in that is just so, for me, loving and liberating, and I'm set free in that. And I feel, for me, that my cells purr, my body purrs, my life force purrs in that, right? There's nothing wrong. We are remembering. We're in remembrance of who we are. We're remembering. You can ask Creator and God and the divine to help you remember. I said to my students yesterday, I'm just starting to remember. You know, I don't even feel like I've really tapped into. I'm going to go and get this pillow I bought for my daughter that I left at a shop like ages ago for Christmas. Because she loves orange and it's all hot pink, and I just remembered. I'm turning around and going backwards. But remember. And ask for the divine, ask for your angels, whatever you believe in, the forces that be, for the loving vortex of realms of goddess deities, whatever you believe in. Ask for it all to support you to remember who the fuck you are, which is a holy, divine, gorgeous, lovely, amazing, talented diva who deserves love, pleasure, beauty, money, intimacy, flow, baby. Okay, guys, I'm sending you so much love. You probably all know about my live training next week. It's going to be exactly like this. This is sort of what I do, but I'm going to go more deeply into strategy. If you want to come along. It's Rich Diva Masterclass Live. You'll get probably lots of notifications because I get so excited about it. And yes, I will be doing a pitch at the end because it's a fucking awesome program. And if you don't want to stay to the end, don't. Just leave. I'll warn you before I do. But it's a really beautiful, sacred initiation that we have. But I will be giving a fuckload of content beforehand, not fluff bullshit stuff, real deep content on how I radically grew my business, how I went from broken to actually my first 6K sale, how I went to my first 150 grand very quickly, in a couple of months actually, when I got my shit together and stopped bashing on myself. So come along, and I can't wait to see you. And until then, bless. I'm sending you so much love. And if any of you need any additional support, if you go to the files in this group, there's a file section. There's heaps of mantras, meditations, invocations. Grab them. Okay, guys. Working on my school today. Yay. You know what? We just had another priestess join the Diva Mind, and you're not going to believe it. Her school just looks so much like yours. And that beauty about that, Ms., is that it's like there's so much room for everyone to have $1 million businesses. Like this one woman, she's so amazing. She's got a pretty big list and she's pretty renowned and well known. Anyway, and she was going to sell this program. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. Talk to me. I literally was taking myself for lunch. I was sitting there eating my octopus and she told me what she was going to sell her work for. And I'm like, fuck no, we have to talk. So anyway, she joined my Diva Mind, and I'm like, girlfriend, with that list size and everything that you're doing, you only need to sell 40 spots at 10K each to make $1 million. And if we do this together, I'm going to be your best fucking most favorite person fucking ever. You are going to love me. Anyway, she knew it, but it's scary. She's like, yeah, I know I need to do this. She's scared shitless, but she signed up anyway. And it's all good. We're moving forward at a rapid pace. And someone, you know, at her level can do that. It's just because she's got a big following. She's got a decent sized list, and anyone can do that. But vibrationally, you have to be ready, and you do have to be a pretty big master of your craft, and you do have to have a very full, rich curriculum, and then you have to make a conscious decision. Yes, I'm going to go into that. Okay, you've got to make a conscious decision to release the bowels of poverty, right? Okay, gorgeouses, I'll speak to you soon. Bless, 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 and that shop was closed. Oh well. Bye.